right. Welcome aboard, all aboard, for the next episode of How Not to Game with Kelly Jack. I'm Kelly Jack, the gaming persona of the Die46 channel. Thanks for joining us. And sorry about how my voice sounds. It's called old age and lots of colds. My recommendation, don't get old. So we're trying to take and get Zach some money and balance out. One of the things I'm going to take and do is go in into my various depots now and start taking a peek at which vehicles are in these. It's like I got 3 old engines here I can get rid of, and some cars. Yep, there we go. And that'll get us some cash back. I'm looking to make certain I don't have a full train sitting somewhere. Sell those. Now these guys I'm kind of holding on to. That's what I'm going to replace the steam engines on the foolish lines I've got. The steam lines that have ore hauling. And I think that's a good thing to start off the game. Let's go ahead and do this. This is the Semi-Trans sessions. Semi-Trans is a nice free game for transport simulation, including multiple modes: air, boat, road, rail, monorail, and tram. Feel free to take and try the others. We're going to start working some of those others in eventually at some point. And right now I'm looking at the Meteor Mine, which is an obsolete vehicle. So once he delivers, I'm going to have him go on into the station, and we're probably going to have to swap out everything on him. Looks like he's got the older, 18 bulk ton. Yeah, time to take and upgrade him. Current ton bulks are 60 bulks, if I remember right, 60 ton bulks. So we're going to start getting some of these trains, like this guy, on the... Oh yeah, that collier needs to take and be upgraded. You can go to the depot, Mr. Collier. And once he's into the depot, we'll take and get rid of him and get him set up like this other one here with a nice high-speed diesel and some heavy-duty cars. And I'm just sitting back, relaxing for a few minutes, enjoying that second pot of coffee still. It is 4 in the afternoon, Mountain Daylight Time, or Mountain Standard Time, I should say, in Utah. And yes, I am in Utah. For those of you who want to come find me, fair warning, I do pull my finger when people walk up to me strangely. I'm not after reconnecting with my past. If you're from my past, I'm not after reconnecting with family, because most of you, I feel like punching probably. Be honest about it. I'm not too happy with anybody in this world right now. And we're going to send that guy to the depot now that he's empty. Got some new road vehicles available too, so we can start changing out. And we finally got industry growth, our first book line. That's 11 factories. That's going to be cool. And the bookstores in Brenton even. Oh, this is going to be tougher to serve. Already tough to serve. Oh boy. Okay, let's get a fast fix to reserve space, because that's going to fill things in around him fast. We're going to put in the bookshop yard right away and go ahead and delete finally, after all this time, the original founding sign. Abandon our historical marker. What is that chain? Let's take a peek at him. We're going to look at not served by, what all came in. So it looks like we got 3 timber plantations, the printing works paper mill, a bunch more oil fields, 3 more oil fields, a chemical plant to take and do the ink, and the bookshop. Oh yeah, this is going to be a good run. And at least 1 more oil well. That's going to make us real good to take and do. Well, let's go to which... Oops, don't want to do that. Yeah. All right, so we need to upgrade this train. And it's the meteor mine, so selling everything off of it won't hurt us. We're going to kick it over, come in here, and look over what things are. You know what? We're going to take and just do 1 SD and see how many cars we can put behind it. 5 of them, that's still much better than what it was. If I take off 1, he's got 93 speed. That's still considerably better. I mean, we're hauling in 1 car almost a little bit less than what the whole train was before. So we're going to put him out onto the meteor mine and fire him away. Now this guy on the high ridges coal here, he's already got 45 bulks. I'm going to go ahead and stay with the 45 bulks. That's a good size. I don't mind being 1 size down. 2 sizes down I tend to worry about. The 18 bulk was not a good one to take if you're running. So we're going to take and grab him, do a put in front, put an SD on him, and actually, let's do this. Ore doesn't pay that much. We're going to go with the one we know makes money. And I don't mind adding 1 more car to him. Whoops. There we go. 90 is a good speed for the ore haulers to run. Get him back out onto the lines. All right, so we got those 2 guys dispatched back out, and it's time to now start thinking about some of the other ways we can take and make some money. And the new book chain is the way we want to look. So we're going to look for again the factory list. We wanted that served by no player. And we want to go to the printing works, which is the best one for the initial to find out where everything's going to be at. Then we can kind of look for the other stuff. Open the map. Printing works is at Springmouth. Cool. Up on the ridge, up on the high ridge at Springmouth. Paper mill's down here. Chemical plant is over by Pauling Bee. Nice. And then timber plantation and the oil field. The oil fields tie into one of them, at least is tying into both. That guy ties into that one, and he's right on the power lines. That's great. Oil wells are handy. Where's that 3rd oil field? Hey, Barron's is now going to the peat moss, so we can add a new line for them. There's the other oil field over at Ashstead. Okay. We got more timber plantations went in. So we've got some setup to do. First off, the chemical plant is where I need to start. Why? Because we've got to take and start making these guys each, and I tend to take and call my chemical plant that makes ink. The first one is always Octo Ink. Octo Ink, Octochem is what I'm going to call him this time. Octochem Ink. There we go. And then we will go and start looking for other stuff. Now, the first thing I can see is this oil field. I know does serve it and another spot, so we can serve both of those. And these do serve off at a different spot, so difference is going to be very important. That's a lot of industry for us to start servicing now. And I have my first wraparound on the displays needed. That's interesting. All right, let's build some rail. So we're going to lay the rail. And again, avoid the duck pond. Everything's to the north, so I don't need to take and do a fancy dancer thing. I am going to take and do a double line out and lay it for 3 and then tighten him up after come up. Because I may even have to take and do an immediate turn to stay on the plateau. But we're going across, so I might want to just either fill or drop back down, blowing out this area here to get over to here. And here I want to kind of do this way. I'm going to lay a line like this because now we have a need to build some new roading. Why? Because we know that we have a difference. So I'm going to build a fill across this, open this up a little bit more, and open up here a little bit. I'm just not going to be able to reestablish it's going to become a secluded valley, a hidden valley. And take one line down here like this, get him in here, and this is going to be our throat right there. Make our connections. And time to take and do the fills. We're doing it as a fill because I'm not as eco-friendly anymore. Blackjack has decided eco-friendly is not going to be profitable for him. And there we go. That'll get us 2 different directions to get over to Octo. There we go. Speed up this section of line right there. And then I'll have to take and do it. But for right now, let's get that first train rolling. So we're going to put in an output yard, 5 long, and 2 input yards. A chemical plant can take and supply both a printing shop and a plastics factory, car shop for the plastics, and also to the pharmaceutical companies. So you may have several different directions this will go in the end. And this is a good sign that we're finally getting growth in June of 78, that we've turned around the economy. Let's see what we can do. Output lined over here, we're going to do 2 of them. And the reason is one, we've got 2 different suppliers, 2 different places we're a vendor for. And we need to name that well. So we're going to call this duck pond drilling. then fix, because we didn't do it first. That's the duck pond drilling yard. Come over here, we'll take out the big part so that it just says Octocam on it. Hit enter so you lock it in. Hit enter so you lock it in. It doesn't always lock it in. Now we just got to figure out how we're going to get across this, which means we're going to have to work with the Public Service Commission about straightening out the road so that we can go cross it, or bridging us and letting us do a diagonal. And to do that, we're going to take and talk to them, and Public Service Commission is probably, because it basically is me, I'm just going to say, yeah, I'm good with doing a bridge over from here to here, which will allow a diagonal run underneath, and then tie in the roads. I mean, this is a road we pretty much put in. And then take out the roads so that everything's going across the bridge now. I really should have come all the way over here for the bridge. You know what? I think we can do that. Let's give that a try. Yeah, there we go. Much better bridge. Lacks the up and down. Long, pricey. I don't care, because Public Service Commission. Too bad. Let the taxpayers pay for it. That's what businesses do all the time. If you don't believe me, look at what happens. How many times you see a new business come in and they want road cuts and everything else made for them at the taxpayer's expense. All right, another thing I want to do is right along here like this and take out this stretch and that little bit. There we go. Now we can take and do a turn here if we want to keep it double, and then shift one more over to fix the line down the road. But right now this only needs to be a single line. Going to do our signal at this end and one at this end. We know there's only going to be the one train initially on this. Same here. Do our dual signals to allow trains to run. Come down to here, signal at the station, or at the throat. Need a spur, and because it's here, I'm going to take and just drop in a new barn, and we're going to call this Upper Duck Pond Depot. Put in a sign so we know how to find it. Move back my signals one here so that it's before the switch. Same here, move that signal back to there and take out that one. There we go. That'll allow a cleaner dispatch. Let's go ahead and get two trains going. I know that the SDs work, but I also know these guys work. So we're just gonna go with the simple 4-car, copy them, and for our first couple of runs, we're just gonna get these guys going to start having product. That's the duck pond Dr. Pim Oiler. And then the other guy will be scheduled to go a specific way. Because that guy also serves who else? He also serves peat moss. So we just need to get him over to peat moss. Okay. Once I got him on the right line, he should see where he needs to go. But I'm still going to send him this way. And of course, insert that he's delivering to here. And again, that's duck pond. Oiler. That's our 109th line plus some. So, we do know that we've got lines that are unnumbered. So I won't know exactly when the critical point's going to occur here. Hopefully I did schedule that guy right, and we'll get some good runs out of these guys real soon. We need to get some other supplies into Larry's Lumbers. Let's see what else is nearby besides Deadfall. We got this guy over here right there. Hey, cool. And where's he at compared to Larry's? Well, you know what? I'm actually beginning to like this. Do our down slopes. Do 2 rails off this. We got inputs. That's an output yard, actually. There we go. That should let us get binged in here. And now that I know what we're doing, we also know that we can back out our signal to here and do a line right like that. Take out this signal so that this becomes the gray zone. Signal there. Output yard. One more. So that we cover as much as we can. There we go. And now we can grab a low-speed locomotive. Still going to be able to do 60. Put as many logs behind it as we can. And he's going from here to back end on these guys. 100% that load. We're going to have to go back into the oiler load and make certain I 100% it. I never trust myself. And this is from an unknown. Nope, that's Larry's. So, nope, Pauling B trim. We're going to need to rename that. We're going to call that let's see, what's another name for logging? I'll look it up down the road. You know what? I got a Latin dictionary here. What's they call Latin dictionary as a logging? Hmm. So a log is a stipendous. Stipendous or stipendous if it's long. So that's the log rack. Okay. That works for a name. We just got to come up with Stan Stipidus. I did 2 of those trains for a reason. You know what? We're going to do it a different way. We're going to call it Seneca Stipidus. There we go. We've got another train ready to go, so we're good. If we can find another one to take and get into there. Also, we can start putting stuff into the other section of the lumberyard. Delivering that did taking hooking it up did take and just drive it. Now we can take and sit there and say what else we want, which is to the paper mill. I'm making longer yards, as you may notice, because now we're in the era of the longer trains. Drop him down. Let's do some. Oops. Didn't mean to drop him down that much. There we go. right there at Larry's Lumbers. We can run a train like this. To get that other guy down into here faster. Because I'm pretty certain Deadfall now supplies these guys. Yes, they do. So if Deadfall's supplying them, I need to build a short little yard over here at Deadfall to get lumber down here. There we go. 31 minutes. This is a long video. I'm going to call it right here and we'll finish it in the next video. Hey, I'm Kelly Jack. Have a better day than I'm having.